pray to Krishna.
Yes. Very good, Sonakshiji. Very good memory. Then we discussed about this devotee of the Lord who's not a person but
Can you tell this one too? I also remember this.
yeah. If any, is there anybody else who would like to?
Can I say? I was just trying to take care of those.
Okay, Ayana wants to recite to recollect this one.
I? Oh,
If
okay.
if Ayana doesn't remember some points, Sonakshiji can correct her. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think there was like this elephant named Nila
Keshav.
Keshava. So Keshava, he was actually a very good devotee of the Lord. He was an elephant that the devotees use. So they put the Krishna deity on top of the elephant, and then
Elephants go around the temple.
yeah, they go around the temple and give Krishna a ride. So he I think one day he felt sick, I think.
Yeah, he served for 50
Yeah, he
years in
served-
the temple. He wouldn't allow any other elephant to carry the Lord. He would always come forward and say, I want to carry.
Mommy.
And he would raise his trunk in salute of the Lord whenever the Lord came, just like whenever the temple doors open, we say Dandavat Pranam and fall on the ground. Just like that, this elephant used to do all that what a human devotee would do. And then even at the time of the elephant leaving the body, he was praying to the Lord. He was raising his trunk and he fell to the side and died. And it was
And
on
then his trunk
Ekadashi
and his
tusks.
were kept on the front of the temple, right, like on the sides.
Yeah, that's this picture. And then his big statue is also kept very close to the Guruvayur temple. Okay, so and then we remembered another devotee, elephant devotee of the Lord, Gajendra.
Yeah.
May I tell?
Yes. Gajendra story. It is not the topic for this lesson, but you mentioned it last week, so that's fine. Let's just move ahead. And anybody remembers this picture?
Excellent listener. One outside. No, this is not from listener. Not mommy.
Sorry, is anybody saying the
I
story? I didn't.
mean that from the outside world. Mommy. So just say.
Yeah, mummy or temple. Yes.
No. So they're just telling us. Daddy, she's just telling God. No, nothing. She's telling God.
Okay, Sonakshi ji, are you telling us the story? No, she muted. Okay, so what is the story of this picture? What is this pond, first of all? This pond is just outside Guruvayur temple. It's at the same location. And what is the specialty of this pond? Actually, even before the temple, this pond existed. And there's a story of the Prachetas doing their meditation for 10,000 years under this pond. And before they did the meditation, they met with Lord Shiva, and Lord Shiva told them Rudra Gita. Rudra Gita is telling Prachetas that Krishna is the Supreme Lord. You just meditate on Krishna. So they were doing that here under this pond. So this is a very, very sacred, holy place. And then when this temple was going to be established by Guru and Vayu, Guru is Brahaspati, when they bought the deity of Krishna, which was worshipped by Mother Devaki and Vasudev, when they bought the deity here, they saw Shiva and Parvati waiting for them, telling them this is the right place for the temple. So this temple, this pond is called Rudra Tirtha. Okay, that's the story we covered last week. And this deity is very, very ancient. It was even worshipped by Krishna's parents, right? So that we discuss here. And the same form that they saw when Krishna was born, when Krishna revealed he is none other than the Supreme Lord, that is the form of the deity. Everybody worships the Vishnu, 400 form of the Vishnu deity as a small boy Krishna in Guruvayur, actually. So it's in Vatsalya Ras. Okay, today our topic is Padmanabha Swami Temple. And actually I am from this city called Trivandrum, Thiruvananthapuram. So I have been to this temple many times. So this is one of
Kerala, Prabhuji?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, I am from Trivandrum, but now I'm in Memphis, Tennessee. So I have been to this temple many times, and I didn't know how precious and how important this temple is until I met devotees and understood. Even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu visited this temple during his South Indian yatra. And Lord Balram has also visited this temple. When at that time this big deity wasn't there, but there was a Krishna deity there when Lord Balram came. So this is a very ancient temple, and it has references in many old texts, like the Tamil texts say references this Padmanabha Swami temple in 2nd century BC. So it's very old, thousands and thousands of years old. But in its current form was built by the kings of Kerala, called Martanda Varma, and he is the one who completed the big Gopuram, it's called, like the yellow structure. I remember in my childhood it wasn't yellow. It was it's actually made of stone, but then somebody decided to paint it yellow to protect the Gopuram. So the speciality about this temple is, usually when you go to pray to the Lord, there's one door and you see the Lord's deity. But this deity is so huge, it's 18 feet long, and the Lord is in his Yoga Nidra posture, which means he's in his transcendental sleep, just like Lord Vishnu is. He's meditating in his sleep, and that's how all the universes are created. When he inhales, every universe is taken in, and when he exhales, from each pore of each hair of his body, one universe sprouts out. So that's the form of the Lord in this temple, and the Lord is very long, 18 feet. So one door cannot show the Lord's full form. So there are 3 doors. The first door shows the Lord's the Ananta Shesha, which is the bed of the Lord, and so you can see the hood from the first door and the Lord's face, and his right hand is touching a Shivalinga, and then the middle part is his belly, from which there's a lotus flower that comes out, and Brahma is sitting on that lotus flower. And then there is another 3 deities here, that is the Lord himself, and then his 2 consorts, that is Bhu Devi and Lakshmi Devi. So Bhu Devi is just Mother Nature or Mother Earth, and Lakshmi Devi, we all know, is the eternal consort of the Lord in Vaikuntha. So she's the god of riches also, Mahalakshmi. And some people only pray to Mahalakshmi, but Mahalakshmi goes where her husband is. So her husband is Lord Vishnu. So if you pray to Lord Vishnu and if Lord Vishnu is with you, Mahalakshmi, there are thousands and millions of Mahalakshmi serving the lotus feet of the Lord. So this is the middle door, and then the last door shows the feet of the Lord.
The backs.
Yeah. So then there are these 3 doors. So that's the specialty of this temple.
Prabhuji, please tell this topic again.
Oh, sure, Tarunji. What do you see in this picture, in the right picture? I was just telling you about the size of the deity. So, like, I am almost 6 feet tall, right? So the deity is so big. It's like three of me standing one on top of the other. Like how tall I would be, if that is how tall the deity is, and the deity is lying down on Ananta Shesha. So it's 18 feet long, and later I'll tell you a story. Actually, the Lord, when he manifested this deity, he was 18 kilometers long, and then he became 18 feet so that he could be in a temple and be worshipped. So there's a story I'll tell you a little later about that.
Why is he so long?
Okay, Prabhuji, thank you.
Yes. Okay. So let's go to the next slide.
Prabhuji, I still have a question.
Yes, please. What's the question?
So, some people they said that there's this vault in this temple, and they said that it's cursed and it's filled with snakes. Do you have any idea what's inside there?
Right.
Yes. I we'll discuss that. There's a slide for that.
Yeah, I want to talk
here.
about it.
And this is the vault that
Yes.
you're talking about.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about that soon, okay? Thank you for that question, Chaitaji. Yes. Okay. So first we'll discuss the mysteries of the temple and the history, what we see today. So as you can see, the tower Gopuram, you can see in the background. This is the temple pond, and it's called Padma Tirtha. Padma Tirtha. And you remember Guruvayur pond is called Rudra Tirtha. So this is called Padma Tirtha. And then another specialty of this temple is there are 3 Utsav Murtis, or Utsav deities is festival deities, because we have a big deity in the temple, and if he wants to come out and see everybody, it is difficult. So because he's a very huge deity. So his presence is bought by the little smaller deities which they can carry, and so there is something called Garuda Vahana, where they carry the deity outside, and 3 deities are brought out. And if you go to Padmanabha Swami temple, you can see Lord Narasimha first before you enter the main sanctum sanctorum, where the Lord is lying down and the 3 doors are there. There is actually Narasimha. So there is actually a Utsav deity of Narasimha, of Lord Vishnu representing the main deity, and one more is Lord Krishna. And there is a small Lord Krishna temple also within the temple. So these 3 deities are brought out during the festival, where they go around the temple, and it's called Arat, and it happens every 6 months in the temple. That's the festival of the temple. And what is the specialty of this festival is they take these deities to the ocean. This temple is not too far from the beach. It's called the Shangumukam beach, meaning conch shell beach. And this, as you know, this temple is in Thiruvananthapuram, and Thiruvananthapuram gets its name from this temple, because this is the Ananda Padmanabha Swami temple, right? Thiruvananthapuram. Puram means city. Ananta is the bed of the Lord, because he's lying down here. Thiruvananthapuram. Thiru means like revered or respected. So respected Ananta city. Okay, so that is Thiruvananthapuram. So there is a beach called Shankumukam, where they take these deities in a Garuda Vahana. It's a big procession, just like in Jagannath Puri there's Ratha Yatra every year. This is such a festival where there's no rathas or chariots, but everybody carries in a palanquin, and it's called Garuda Vahana. They carry on their shoulders. I think I covered the picture, yeah. So there, everybody is carrying the deities, and they take the deities to the ocean, and then the deities are bathed in the ocean. So which are the three deities? Narasimha, Krishna, and Lord Vishnu. So these three deities are bathed in the ocean. And what is the interesting factor is that this Trivandrum airport is actually in the way between the temple and the ocean. So since this airport was given to the authorities by the king long time back, the land was given, one of his conditions was this airport should never stop this procession that happens. So actually for 5 hours, even today, the airport is shut down. No flights can come and go, and they walk through the runway and they go to the ocean, where they give a bath to the Lord in the ocean. And once they come back, then the airport starts functioning again. So and as I mentioned, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu visited this temple during his South Indian Yatra, and this picture is showing that the original deity of the Lord was kind of slightly damaged in a fire because it was made of wood, and we'll tell you the story soon. So what happened was that the king actually ordered for Shalagram Shilas to be bought from the Gandki river in Nepal. So there is this special river in Nepal called Gandki that has these stones that have like these markings that are just like shells or just like the conch shell of the Lord or the Sudarshana Chakra of the Lord. They have markings, they have divine markings on them. So they are not ordinary stones. They are actually each a deity of the Lord. So they bought 12,008 Saligram Shilas from this river, and they installed it with the deity, the wood of the deity. They used a kind of a mortar. It's an Ayurvedic mortar. They mixed that, the Saligram Shilas with the wood, and made the form of the Lord, the 18 feet form of the Lord. So it's not stone like most deities. It's made of wood and stone with the cement paste mixture made of these herbs. Okay. So now we'll go into the topic that Chaitra ji was asking about. So this temple, until recently, nobody knew about the secrets of this temple until there was a man called Sundar Rajan who worked in the temple. He said that there is a lot of treasure in this temple, and everybody needs to know, and everything needs to be inventoried, meaning everybody needs to catalog what is in there, otherwise people can steal from the temple. So he gave a writ in the court that we should open all the treasure doors on this temple, and nobody knew until then. So then everybody came together, and they started opening each vault in the temple, and as they opened each door, under there are all these secret doors, and each door, when they opened, they were finding immense treasure full of gold coins and deities of the Lord. There's a big necklace that's 18 feet long for the deity. It's made of solid gold. So there are tons and tons of gold they were finding in each of these doors. So they all opened one door after another and found all these doors, and then they realized if you put the value of the gold and then the antique value and everything, it's billions and almost $1 trillion, which is the highest value of any religious temple, any religious site, Christian, Muslim, Hindu, or any religion. There is no other location that has so much treasure, and the value they are saying is $1 trillion. So then they opened each of these walls, and then finally they were going to open another door, the last vault they had to open to understand what's in there. And when they came there were no locks on the door. They just saw these two snakes there. And when they were trying to open it, the person, the Sundarraj guy who was helping inventory all that, he was saying, let's open this door. But when he went to open it, he couldn't, and then he fell sick and died. So then they understood that this door shouldn't be opened, and they found in the text also that this vault is not meant to be opened. It has it's actually the Lord's special hymns needs to be pronounced. There are no locks, so they feel that it is bound by Nagapasha. If you remember, we discussed how Bali Maharaj was tied by Nagapasha by Vamanadev. So similarly, there is this Nagapasha, or ropes of the serpent that's guarding this vault. Nobody understands how to open it, so people are speculating, and it is written in the ancient text that you have to say some very special mantras. Nobody knows that mantras for that door to open.
It's maybe the Maha Mantra.
Yeah. So we don't know, and it looks like the Lord is telling us this is not meant to be opened, because the person who was trying to open it passed away. And then they also looked at the astrologers also looked at it, and they said this is not meant to be opened. So this is not yet open. So everybody is speculating what could be in there. Some people say it's gold. Some people say that the demigods are worshipping the Lord in there. Some people, when they put their ears next to the door, they hear water, so they feel if they open the door, like the ocean water, it's close by, it'll come and flood the whole city if they do that. So there are many different ideas people are saying of what is behind the door. So that is the only wall that is not opened. This is just showing and these treasures came by because Trivandrum was ruled by the kings who were great devotees of the Lord. They called themselves Padmanabha Dasa. So they actually said the Lord is the king and we are going to rule as the servant of the king. Very much like our Krishna conscious movement, we declare that we are Dasa of the Lord. We are servants of the Lord. So anything they do, like if they do business, they make money, they come every day morning and they give an account to the Lord. Just like in Tirupati also, the Tirupati Devaswams also do that. Like how many people came and gave how much money, they actually narrate all that to the Lord. So the kings of those time used to come every day to pray to the Lord and tell the Lord how much money they made, how much money they lost, and so they also kept all their wealth in this temple, and hence this temple has so much riches. So that's all in the underground walls, and based on the
But
latest.
how do you get there?
No, it's not accessible to the general public. They made a team to go below the temple, and there are all these secret doors there that they opened, and they're keeping all the treasure there itself. And the court said not to, and it is owned by the ruling community there itself. Like there is that kingly family who's still there. So they are the caretakers, so nobody should go there to take any of this. So there's a lot of security around this, and so this is just to to attract people who like all this. So it's not like an ordinary temple. It has so much of wealth. But what interests devotees most is the Lord's form, how the Lord is in his Ananta Shayana form. So all that is something that interests devotees. But we all know Krishna is the richest person, so we understand that he has so much riches. So devotees want to see God, not the money there, or not the gold there. Okay, so another very, very mysterious thing is this Gopuram. It was built like hundreds of years back, but it was engineered so well that on the summer equinox day, which is like comes in March, right? Equinox means same day and night. So the
Yes, Prabhuji. Equinox, I think, in March and September.
Yes. So on March 21st or 20th or 21st, it changes. So based on that, the sun comes through each door. Every 5 minutes, you'll see during the sunset, the sun is moving from one door to the other. So you see the pictures were taken 5 minutes apart, and you see the sun. You can see the sun through each door. So just imagine, this was built so many hundreds of years back, but they built it so precisely that the sun is moving through each door on the summer equinox day. And then inside you'll find wonderful architecture of like many pillars like this. It's a very ancient temple with a lot of mysteries like this. Okay, so now we just come to the story, how the Lord revealed his big form. So there was this, we know there is a great devotee of the Lord called Bilwa Mangala Thakur. So he was worshipping the Lord, and a little boy came to help him. And Bilwa Mangala Thakur got very, very attached to this little boy, and he said, "Oh, where are you from? Who are your parents?" And then the boy said, "No, I don't have any parents." Then Bilwa Mangala, "Then stay with me." And the boy said, "I will stay with you only if you never get angry at me. Even if you get angry at me once, I will leave." So one day, this boy was taking the Shalagram Shilas that Bilwa Mangala Thakur used to worship, and he was kind of sucking on it. And so Bilwa Mangala Thakur got very angry and said, "How can you do that? That's not right." And then the boy said, "Oh, you got angry at me. I'm going to leave you." And he said, "I'm Krishna." So he revealed that he is not an ordinary boy. He is the Lord himself who was with his devotee. And then Bilwa Mangala Thakur was so sad that Krishna was with him and he didn't realize. So he went running behind him. So Krishna said, "You won't find me, but you can find me if you find out where Ananta forest is." Ananta forest, okay? So Bilwa Mangala Thakur was going everywhere in Kerala to find this little boy. And then he found like a tribal lady with her little son, getting angry at her son and saying, "If you be too naughty, I'm going to throw you in Ananta forest." And then Bilwa Mangala Thakur heard this and said, "Oh, this is the Ananta forest. That's where the Lord said he will be." So he asked where it is, and they pointed in the direction, and he ran to that Ananta forest. And there, when he was searching for the Lord under a big tree, he saw that the tree suddenly broke into pieces, and the Lord revealed himself in his big form, and he showed his 18-kilometer form that started from Trivandrum until another town. It was 18 kilometers. So and Bilwa Mangalam said, "Oh Lord, I can't worship you if you are this long." So then he became small. From 18 kilometers, he became 18 feet. And then the king came to know about this, and he built the temple of Padmanabha Swami. So that is what I have for today. Are there any questions on Padmanabha Swami temple? And what
Yes.
Yes, please.
What is the name that you said the king built the temple, but I did not catch the name. What temple he built? What's the name of the temple he built?
Yeah, the temple's name is what we were discussing, the Padmanabha Swami temple.
Okay.
Yeah. So the final story, what we discussed was how this temple was like, how did this temple get built and all that. So that is the story. Okay, very good. Thank you for that question. Any other questions before we go to the Kahoot?
No. No question.
Okay, and what is the meaning of Padmanabha? Anybody knows? What does Padman mean? Padma is another name for
Lotus Nevan.
lotus. Yes, from the belly button, lotus is coming. So Padmanabha is the name of the Lord because he has a lotus from which Lord Brahma is created by the Lord, or Lord Brahma is born on the lotus. Okay, very good. So let's go to the Kahoot. Okay, the game pin is 2747445. Okay, Tarunji is in. Ayana is in. Oh, we have Srihari on the call.
Oh, I'm so tired today.
Ashmita ji is in.
We can go to the restaurant.
Somebody entered with the pin itself. That's good. Everybody can know what the pin is. 2747445. Radha Chaitra ji is in. In this temple there are so many different festivals. There's something called Morajab that happens every 6 years, and then at the every 6 years there's something called Laksha Deepam. So after this Morajab, they light up the whole Gopuram with lights, so it looks golden in the night. Okay, we have two devotees who have come in with the pin for the Kahoot. Okay, Sri Hari ji is in there. So are we all ready? Can we start?
+5.
Okay, I'm going to start since nobody's objecting. I hope everybody can hear me. Can anyone in the call say, hey, yes, I can hear you?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, thank
I
you.
can hear. Yes, I can hear.
Thank you. Thank you for acknowledging. Padmanabha Swami Temple Virtual Tour is the topic for today. Can you identify this temple in Kerala? Guruvayur Sri Krishna Temple, Madurai Meenakshi Temple, Sri Padmanabha Swami Temple, none of these. Yes. So today's topic was Sri Padmanabha Swami Temple. So everybody should have got this right. Okay. 274744 plus 5 is in first place. Okay. Which city is named after Ananta Padmanabha Swami Temple? Delhi, Mathura, Thiruvananthapuram, Hyderabad.
Where did you
Yes.
get that from?
Yeah, those are all cities in India.
Yeah, but it's also a name of a restaurant.
Oh, restaurant here. That restaurant is named after an actual city, Hyderabad, not the other way around. Okay. All right. Which king declared that he will rule as a servant of Lord Padmanabha? Martanda Varma, Shivaji, Akbar, Tipu Sultan. Yes, Martanda Varma actually made Lord Padmanabha the king, and he as a servant. So he called himself Padmanabha Dasa. Shivaji was also a great devotee. Okay, true or false? Padmanabha Swami temple is built in the Dravidian architecture. Dravidian means South Indian architecture of making temples. Yes, because it's in Kerala, it is influenced by Dravidian architecture. Okay, Sri Padmanabha Swami temple idol is made from stone known as crystal, diamond, black stone, saligramam. Yes, we mentioned 12,008 saligram shilas were used to make the deity of the Lord. And one more interesting fact, any temple that does worship on saligram shilas will become a great temple. Any temple that has 12 saligram shilas. And here this temple has 12,008 saligram shilas. So it is said that if you go to this temple and pray to the deity, it's like going to 1,000 temples. Okay. Okay, in which city is Padmanabha Swami temple located? Thrissur, Thiruvananthapuram, Kasaragod, Kollam. So these are all cities in Kerala. So everybody is getting that right. Very good. Okay, why did Bilvamangala get angry at the little boy who he liked so much? Playing with his clothes, playing with the puja items, playing with salagram silas, all of the above. Yes. He was sucking on a salagram sila. Okay, which forest did Krishna say that he will be to Bilvamangala? Kamya, Maha, Ananta, none of the above. Yes, Ananta forest. Okay. The Trivandrum airport is shut down for dash hours during Arati festival of Sri Padmanabha Swami temple. 1 hour, 3 hours, 10 hours, 5 hours. 5 hours. Very good. So that they can cross through the runway. How many feet long is the deity of Sri Padmanabha Swami temple? 3, 5, 18, 10. Yes, 18 feet. So there needs to be 3 doors. When does the sunset pass through all the gates of Gopuram at Sri Padmanabha Swami temple? Summer equinox, winter equinox, summer solstice, winter solstice. Yes. So anybody knows what summer solstice mean? Okay.
Yes, it comes in June.
Yeah, June 21st is the longest day of the year. That's summer solstice. Winter solstice is the shortest day and the longest night. Summer solstice is the longest day and shortest night, right? And winter and summer equinox are same day and night are the same time. Daylight and night time. Okay. And like Tarunji said, summer solstice comes in March and winter solstice comes in September. And summer equinox comes in March and winter equinox comes in September. Summer solstice comes in June and winter solstice comes in December. Something you might learn in social studies or So actually, we can connect everything here. See? All right. Radha Chaitraji is in first place. 12th question. What is the temple pond at Sri Padmanabha Swami temple called? Rudra Tirtha, Padma Tirtha, Garuda Tirtha, Lakshmi Tirtha. Yes, it's Padma Tirtha. Or the lotus pond. Okay, what is the Utsav deity carried to the sea on Arate festival of Padmanabha Swami temple? Krishna, Vishnu, Narasimha, all of the above. So we mentioned that it's not one. Oh, everybody got it right. Yay, that's great. So, and they're taken in a carrier called Garuda Vahana. Okay. Very good. Which place of pilgrimage is the richest in the world? Vatican, Mecca, Tirumala Balaji Temple, Padmanabha Swami Temple. Yes, because of the treasure, Padmanabha Swami Temple is the richest. But in terms of the number of devotees visiting, Tirumala Temple is the richest that way. But based on the value of the gold treasure, Padmanabha Swami Temple is even greater than Vatican or anything, because $1 trillion worth of treasure is there. Okay, last question. What is the meaning of Padmanabha? Caretaker of cows, color of monsoon clouds, lotus on belly button. Okay, everybody got it. Okay, so caretaker of cows, one person answered. What is the actual name of Krishna for that?
Govinda.
Govinda or Gopal? Gopal. Cow, pal means protector. So protector of cows,
No,
Gopal.
I say Govinda.
Yeah, Govinda is also correct. Then color of monsoon clouds is what? Mekashyam.
Yeah.
Mekashyam. And then lotus on belly button is Padmanabha, and killer of Keshi demon is
Keshava.
Keshava. Yeah. So all these are different names of the Lord. Same person. Okay, who's on the podium? Third place goes to Ayana. Second place goes to 2, 3, 2. Okay. And first place goes to Radha Chaitraji. Hari Bol. Congratulations to
18 out
everyone.
of
Fourth place
15,
goes to
14 out of
Tarun
15,
Ji, and fifth place goes to Sri Hari. But everybody are winners who played and learned about Krishna's wonderful holy dham today of Padmanabha Swami temple. So congratulations. I hope all of you have a wonderful weekend. We will meet again next week. Vancha kalpatarupascha kripa sindhubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Okay.
Prabhuji, we are going to Tirupati tomorrow.
Oh, very good.
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Have a wonderful pilgrimage to in Tirumala, Tirupati. Pray for all of us that we all become good devotees like you, and get wonderful Lord's blessings and His laddus.
Okay.
Okay.
Prabhuji, please pray that we have a good trip.
Oh, definitely, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
We're really crowded and it's
Oh,
very,
yeah.
very hot there.
Because it's
Oh,
a mountain.
after the pandemic, I think everybody is coming now, but definitely.
And there
Have
is,
you, yeah. Have you got the tickets and all that, Mataji?
Are also coming.
yes, Prabhuji, we have booked the darshan tickets.
And
It
also,
was done long back.
also my cousins are coming.
Very good. It'll be a very nice pilgrimage for all of you. It'll be nice.
Going on the
nice association.
Kalita.
Yeah, the main part is we are going to chant Vishnu. There is going to be Akhanda Vishnu Sahasranam Parayana.
Oh, okay.
God willing,
I also know.
Krishna
Vishnu
willing, we'll
Sahasranam.
all be chanting. So please
Oh,
pray that.
Hari Bol. Very good.
And I also know Vishnu Sahasranam.
Hari Bol. Very nice, Sri Hariji. You know 1,000 names of the Lord. That's amazing. So purifying. Yeah, that's a wonderful festival. It'll be nice to hear when you come back how everything
Hare
went.
Krishna, Prabhu. Good night.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare
If
Krishna.
Krishna willing, we will also be
Hare
going.
Krishna Prabhu.
If Krishna's mercy is there, we'll also be going in June. So